Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, everybody ready? Roll camera. Action!
Hello, everybody.
No. You have to be more natural, warmer.
Gary, what are you doing?
I'm gonna make a star of you, babe.
But Gary, we are on the air.
Oh, well, hello, friends. Well, as you can see, the topic of this unit is the cinema.
In today's documentary, we're going to visit the famous Pinewood Studios on the outskirts of London, and we'll be able to watch the shooting of a television series called Space Precinct.
Here are some of the words you will hear. For example, stage, plateau, and set, decorado.
Another word we'll hear is shoot, which in the cinema context means filmar. Recordad que es un verbo irregular cuyo pasado y participio es shot.
And you'll also hear the word cop, which is a familiar term for policeman, and model, which in this context means maqueta.
And now let's have a look at the questions. The first question is, what's the difference between American and European cinema?
And the other question is, who are the heroes of Space Precinct?
Ready? Then let's go to the cinema.
That's English. Metro Goldwyn Mayer presents Out and About.
These are the famous Pinewood Studios, about 30 kilometers west of London. They are one of the most famous film studios in Europe and amongst the most prestigious in the world.
Pinewood has several stages on which films for the cinema or for television are continuously being shot. One of these is the 007 stage, the biggest film stage in the world, where most James Bond films have been shot. It's so big that they could even build the set for a railway station.
In the last 50 years, hundreds of films have been shot at Pinewood. Some are very well known, such as Aliens or Superman.
We talked to Steve Jaggs, managing director at Pinewood Studios, and we asked him what the difference between American and European cinema is.
A difficult question, but in my opinion, in general terms, that when we speak of European productions, that is obviously including our own in the UK, that we tend to make our films rather more depicting our culture and our heritage, whereas with American films, mainly they are shot for pure entertainment and a large international audience.
During our visit, we were able to watch the shooting of a science fiction film. Peter Duffel, the director, told us about the film.
Well, what you see behind me here is a major set, what we call a standing set for a television series called Space Precinct. These stories are really about, well, one might say, New York cops in space. That's why it's called Space Precinct. And the heroes are two American policemen from the New York police force, sometime in the 21st century, who have moved out to a precinct by a planet somewhere in outer space. And this is the police station where they work.
In Space Precinct, many of the characters are aliens. To shoot these scenes, they make very sophisticated masks, which they fit onto the actors' faces.
We visited the workshop where these masks are made. It's an interesting place. Here you can see the new masks for Space Precinct, together with those of monsters and characters from other films made at Pinewood. Some of these masks have complex mechanisms to achieve movements and face expressions which are almost human.
However, it's not easy to shoot with masks and models. We asked Mr. Duffel which part of the shooting he finds the hardest.
Well, Space Precinct being a science fiction subject, is built around complicated model shooting and live action shooting. Live action is what I do. I am a live action film director. And the difficult thing is integrating, tying in together the model shots and the live action shots.
And action! Smoke! Camera!
An interesting job, particularly when the result is a film which millions of people will see.
And this was our visit to Pinewood Studios, a walk around a part of the history and magic of cinema.
Space Precinct. Hey, I'm looking forward to watching it on television.
It's a pity they didn't hire you, Sarah. You wouldn't even need a mask.
Very funny, ha ha ha.
It was just a joke. Let's see if our friends have got the answers to our questions. The first question was, what's the difference between American and European cinema? Mr. Jaggs answered the question.
That we tend to make our films rather more depicting our culture and our heritage.
Es decir, el cine europeo tiende a reflejar nuestra cultura y nuestro pasado.
Whereas with American films, mainly they are shot for pure entertainment and a large international audience.
Mientras que el cine americano es puro espectáculo para el gran público de cualquier lugar del mundo.
The other question was, who are the heroes of Space Precinct?
And the heroes are two American policemen from the New York police force.
The main characters of Space Precinct are two New York cops.
That was an interesting visit, wasn't it? But we have more surprises today. It's time for our sketch. You will hear some of the language you've been learning in this unit.
Don't miss it. In this sketch, Gary will see his dream of becoming a film star come true.
I can't wait. Let's watch Play It Again.
Okay, everybody ready? Roll camera.
Casablanca, scene 52, shot 12, take 1.
Action!
Now you'll get on that plane with Victor. He's the man you belong to.
But what about us?
Us, we'll always have Madrid. Was it Madrid? No. No, it was Rome. No. I think it was London. Yeah, London.
No, cut. You have to say Paris.
Paris? Are you sure?
That's what it says in the script.
Paris? How absurd, man. Who wrote this?
It was written by the best script writer in Hollywood.
Forget it, Mr. Curtis. He just can't remember his lines.
Who's the woman?
I am Ilsa Laszlo. I'm the main character. I'm the woman you love.
You and I in love? Then why are you leaving on that plane with another man?
Because he is the man who's going to save the world.
What a silly script, man. You know, this movie will never make it big.
Everybody ready for a new take. Roll camera.
Casablanca, scene 52, shot 12, take 2.
Action!
Now, Victor and I will leave on that plane for Paris. But we'll always have New York. By the way, what happens with my bar? It doesn't matter. You'll keep Sam.
Sam? Sam?
Yeah, Sam. The guy who plays the piano, remember? Play it again, Sam. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
No, cut! I can't go on. We'll continue tomorrow when he's learned his lines.
Hey, man, I know my lines.
He's even worse than Ronald Reagan. Let's go home.
Mr. Bogart, I've got the right job for you.
What kind of job?
Acting in a silent movie.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. What do you think of my acting?
It's great. Yeah, you remind me of a Hollywood star.
Really? Who? Bogart in Casablanca? Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark? Richard Gere in Pretty Woman?
No, I know. E.T. in E.T.
I can also be Norman Bates in Psycho.
I think we should move on to the summary. In this unit, we've learned the passive form of verbs. For example,
It was written by the best scriptwriter in Hollywood.
we've also learned how to identify people or places.
He's the man who plays the piano.
I'm the woman you fell in love with.
This is a place where Superman was shot.
Well, it's time to say goodbye.
That's not a happy ending. I think we should end the program as in films.
As in film.
Yeah. The boy takes the girl in his arms and kisses her passionately while the end appears on the screen.
Gary,
What?
say goodbye to our friends.
Oh, you're not a real cinema lover. Bye, friends.
Goodbye.